We are tonight's entertainment.
Hey guys, Ace Maverick here. Welcome to another How to Play series. Today we're doing the biggest role, and that's the guard role. How to play guard in FNAF Freddy's Mashup Multiplayer. So the first tip, I recommend you learn all animatronics before you play guard. This is optional, but it will make your life a whole lot easier. The guard role is the hardest role in the game. So learning all animatronics, you'll just be able to look at them and you'll know how to counter because you already learned them. Speaking of learning, I covered every animatronic. Just type in or search around on my channel how to play whatever character you pick, and I give a good tips and tricks video tutorial how to play them. If I miss any other tips and tricks, people in the comments also chime in, so you can get some bonus and other tips and tricks through the comments as well, through each and every character. Next important thing would be to know your controls. You can find them on camera 6, which is here. I'll show you a visual. As you see, it will say help and keybinds, and this is different for mobile. Well, with mobile you just tap. PC, it will show you your hotkeys, and then console, I actually haven't played too much of this on console, but I'm sure it will tell you your controls. Once you memorize your controls, now it's time to play. I'll dive in. First, important camera locations I do want to talk about. So you have cam 6, where's you see the music box button. This is for puppet. Also, you can see the keybinds as I talked about earlier. You can also shock and flash on almost every camera. Keep that in mind for certain specific characters. Cam 9 can be important. If you do have Freddy in your matchup and you want to know he's there, he'll be on this camera first. Cam 5, this is a very important one. This is where you can refill oxygen. I will have to update this video once they remaster the Phantoms because they're not going to steal oxygen in the future. But for now, this is where you can refill your oxygen. Just because you get jump scared by one doesn't mean it's over. So you can refill oxygen on this camera 5. Cam 16 is kind of the far right vent. The vents will be important for many specific characters, mainly Withered Chica comes to mind. Cam 4, very important for two specific characters, Foxy, who will appear in the blue kind of purple curtain area, and then the closet here, Nightmare Foxy. Cam 10 will be pretty important for Springtrap and Phantom Chica. As you can see, shut down arcade to counter her. Audio lure for Springtrap. We'll talk about countering animatronics later. Then Cam 13, audio lure for Springtrap as well. Cam 2 and Cam 1, most important ones. This will be your right hall for Cam 2, and Cam 1 will be your left hall. Very important to counter a majority of animatronics who try to attack you from the halls. Then Cam 12 and Cam 11 are your left and right vents. So a couple of tips with guard. You can close and flash halls with your cameras up. So for example, if you have the cameras up, you could still flash your middle hall. If you learned your controls, you'll know. You can also close the doors as well and the vents once you learn your hotkey, so you can do closing and flashing while the camera's up. This is good for multitasking and multi-managing animatronics. One of the tips you could do at the start is 10 to 15 seconds. You could do a power save strategy, and basically you do nothing. You won't use any power if you just sit in the office, but it could backfire if it's mainly Freddy, who if you don't look at Freddy, he'll move. This is the only big character as of now that could backfire if you do wait 10 to 15 seconds, but it's up to you. Take that how you will. Another strategy, you can instantly check cameras, and once you play the animatronics, you'll know where they spawn. So you could, let's say you really want to know if Springtrap's in the game or Withered Foxy right off the bat, just look where they spawn. Since you learned how to play them, you know where they spawn, you know where to look. You could do that to see who you're dealing with and to get a memory and to prepare mentally to face the coming of animatronics. One of the biggest things I hear is camping. You can counter camping. Let's say someone's camping you in the left hall. You could leave it open and then wait a couple seconds to see if they'll fall for the bait. Usually some won't fall for it. You really want to look for that shadow if they're appearing. If you see the shadow, you want to close the door so they don't come anywhere closer. Or sometimes some will glitch through the door. Foxy's a big one of doing that, so you definitely want to watch out. But if you get multiple campers, it is pretty tough. I don't really know. I've had instances where left, right halls and vents were being camped. There's like really nothing you could do. I mean, unless you're, I don't know, you close all, you waste power. If you don't, you try to bait them, but you have to deal with 4. It's 1 mind versus 4, so it's really tough. But with countering one person, it's very easy. just keep the door open and then kind of bait them out. Now I want to talk about kind of a bonus when it comes to power saving. So for your doors and vents, you don't want to keep these, if someone's coming, close it, wait about 2 to 5 seconds, then check. They should be gone, they should disappear. But know your characters, because some don't disappear, some take probably longer, or you have to get rid of them a certain way. Then when it comes to the middle hall, click. So far you only really need to keep the flashlight on for about 1-2 seconds to get the stun or to get rid of certain specific animatronics. Then you can click it off to save power. Behind you, you have your shock and flash. This is good for mainly only 2 characters as of now. Use these only if you have to. Then sometimes on camera you have to specifically flash a certain animatronic on camera. That's where the flash and shock buttons come in handy. For flashing, you just click it. I think it does waste a bit of power. Shocking does take a lot of power, so you want to use that only if you really need to. Then the fan. This is very controversial. There's only one character as of now that is revolved around the temperature. That's Jack O'Bonnie, as the date of this filming. Honestly, it's really up to you if you want to waste power. But if you want to know with me and maybe other pros, I usually see pros and myself, we never really turn the fan on just for this one animatronic as of now. And that's it. That's how you play Five Freddy's Mashup Multiplayer's Guard. It's a lot to take in. The best thing, final kind of message here, keep practicing. You're not going to win every game, but if you keep going at it, you will get better and you'll understand spawn points, specific ways to get rid of animatronics, power saving techniques. Just keep diving in, keep learning, be a sponge and soak in all the knowledge and learn from your losses so that you could turn those into wins. So that is it. Hope this helped. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future videos to come. Peace out.